7.1 The progress of history. In the age of the providence of restoration, some historians have held that the first society built by fallen people was a primitive collective society. From the viewpoint of God's providence, the primitive societies, which fallen people built, were centered on Satan, though Satan may have tried to build a collective society where people shared their possessions with each other. It would still have been only a defective imitation of the society which God intends to build through people of perfect character, a society characterized by interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universally shared values. Regardless of the form, this satanic primitive society could not have been free of struggle and division. If it had been, it would have perpetuated its existence forever without change, and God's providence of restoration could never have been fulfilled. In reality, the two minds at war within a fallen person give rise to internal conflicts, which manifest themselves through his actions, and cause him to be in conflict with others. Therefore, it would have been impossible for a satanic primitive society pursuing the goal of collective living ever to maintain peace. As primitive societies evolved into larger-scale societies, with different economic and social relations, these conflicts inevitably evolved in a corresponding manner, due to the activity of the original mind, calling people to respond to God's providence of restoration. Divisions between relative good and evil surely arose in primitive societies under satanic sovereignty. When we examine the course of social development guided by Satan, we find that clan societies arose out of the divisions between individuals in primitive societies. These societies have tended to expand in scope, with clan societies developing into feudalistic societies and then into monarchic societies. By increasing their territory and power, Satan preempted this pattern ahead of God, because he understood God's plan to call good individuals out of the sinful world and have them build a good clan society, then expand to a good feudalistic society, and finally reach the stage of a good kingdom with territory and sovereignty sufficient for the Messiah to come and accomplish his work. God called Abraham out of the sinful world to be the standard bearer of goodness, and blessed him with descendants who would uphold the will of God. God raised up Abraham's descendants into the first Israelite clan society. They entered Egypt as a clan society, but by the time they left Egypt for Canaan, they had grown into a tribal society. Israelite society in the period of the Judges was a feudalistic society. A feudalistic society in this discussion refers to a society with a political system characterized by master-servant relationships of service and obedience, and an economic system composed of self-sufficient units in small, isolated territories. In the period of the Judges, Israelite society had such characteristics. When the Israelites entered Canaan, a portion of land was allocated to each tribe.